The National Basketball Association, also known as the NBA, is the most prestigious basketball league in the world. Every basketball player from around the globe dreams of playing in this league because it boasts the best talent in the world. Actually, scratch that last part, everybody wants to play in the NBA because of the bread. Let's keep it a buck. The NBA pays an absurd amount of money for the most basic players. I mean, if you're 7 feet tall and can dribble a basketball, hell, even catch a basketball, you're getting $205 million. Like, seriously tell me, what can Rudy Gobert do better than your average YMCA player, other than being 7'1"? Speaking about 7-footers, did you know that if you're 7 feet tall and live in America, you have a 17% chance of being in the NBA? Doesn't even matter if you've never touched a basketball or even jogged before, you have a better than a 1 in 6 chance of being in the league. This stat alone basically proves to me that if you're 7 feet tall, are healthy, and like the game of basketball, you can get a contract. There's got to be thousands of people under 6 feet tall grinding every day to play for a G League team, and then you have Nikola Jokic out here watching the Pokemon anime for 5 hours a day, making 264 mil and winning the MVP. Like, don't get me wrong, Jokic is a damn good basketball player and deserved his MVPs. I mean, he has a decent shot and is a great passer, but if he wasn't 7 feet tall, I think we can all agree he would not be in the league. It's not even like his passing ability and shooting is nothing we've ever seen before. The only reason why it's special is because he is also 7 feet tall. Sure, the guy's in better shape than your average American, but compared to the demigods surrounding him, bro looks like Gibby from iCarly. Speaking about demigods, the NBA has no shortage of those. Giannis, Zion, Embiid, Ant-Man, Westbrook, LaChina. Anyways, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, LeBron. So the NBA's most iconic player at the moment is LeBron James. You may have heard of him before. He also goes by the alias of King James, the Akron Hammer, La Flop, La Fraud, La Mickey Mouse, Leonardo DiCaprio, La Bald Spot, La GM, and the list goes on and on. La GM is the nickname that sticks out the most to me, because recently, the NBA has seen a massive power shift from the franchises to the players. I mean, if you're a star player on an NBA franchise, you call all of the shots. The funniest example of this was that 2017 Cavaliers team. LeBron was the franchise player, the coach, the GM, and even the owner of the Toronto Raptors all simultaneously. And don't even get me started on Kevin Durant. This man is basically the syndrome of the NBA. I mean, the guy wants to be better than LeBron so bad, but his decisions off the court ultimately take him out of the conversation. He left OKC because he didn't have enough help. The same team that took arguably the greatest team of all time to 7 games in the Western Conference Finals. And guess who he left to? KD didn't create his own super team like Bron did. He joined the guys that beat his ass. Anyways, this was only the start of KD's horrible offseason moves. Currently, he's on the Brooklyn Nets with absolutely nothing to show for. And if anything, his time in Brooklyn has tainted his career further. It's so sad because, to be honest, if we're talking straight basketball, KD could have been a top 5 player all time, but the man has made pretty much every bad move imaginable. We can't even say he is better than Steph Curry nowadays. And Curry, man, look at Curry, man. I try to like Steph Curry, but it doesn't matter how good he is, because every time I think of him, I think of the same 6th grader with neon yellow Nike Elite socks talking trash on the playground. Like, for some reason, Steph Curry attracts all the wrong fans. He got every person under 5'10" thinking they could make the NBA, including me. The sad part is, the dude ain't even small like he says he is. The guy is 6'3". So LeBron, KD, and Curry are really the only 3 relevant NBA players in worldwide culture. However, there are a few other NBA stars that do deserve some recognition. There's Kawhi Leonard, aka the funny guy, Giannis Acumpo, the guy who likes smoothies, Devin Booker, the most light-skinned of light-skins, Paul George, aka Playoff P, Kyrie Irving, the flat earther, Anthony Davis, the walking hospital visit, Jason Tatum, the 21-year-old, Kyle Kuzma, the guy who can fly through LaMelo's tooth gap, and Ben Simmons, the Rookie of the Year every single year. As for NBA franchises, there's only a couple that are relevant according to ESPN. If your team is not the Lakers, Clippers, Nets, or Knicks, good luck trying to find any news about your team. ESPN seems to consider anything not in New York or LA a small market team. I mean, they call the Toronto Raptors a small market team when literally an entire country supports them. Anyways, ESPN might require its own in a nutshell video, so I digress. If we're keeping it 100, there are actually different classes of NBA franchises, not just small market and big market. There's teams that perpetually stay at the top of the food chain. The Warriors, Celtics, Heat, and Lakers reign supreme. Then there's solid NBA franchises, like the Spurs, Raptors, Mavericks, and Bulls. Then there's the bottom of the barrel NBA teams, like the Pelicans, Magic, and Hornets. Then deep down in the pits of hell, you got the Sacramento Kings. The Sacramento Kings are the definition of a poverty franchise. It's gotten so bad that Kings fans low-key cheer for the opponents just to get a lottery pick. Kings fans know that they're never going to make the playoffs, so they might as well tank on purpose to get the next LeBron. At least Kings fans understand they're never going to make the playoffs. Meanwhile, Knicks fans think they're going to win the chip every single offseason. Every year, it seems like the Knicks are going to land a premier free agent. One year it's Zion, the next it's KD and Kyrie, the next it's Dame, then DeMar DeRozan, but at the end of the day, they end up signing a guy like Evan Fournier to a massive contract just to barely make the 10th seed and stay out of the lottery. I get that New York City is supposed to exude hope and the American dream, but at this point, the hope is getting out of hand. So as you can see, the NBA is quite an interesting sports league. If you would like to follow the NBA, then feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, as I post all sorts of basketball related content here. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up so I know to make more videos like this one. Anyways, this is Smitty, signing off.